This is the book of Sirach, also known as the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahushai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life to do so for Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yeah, today's lesson, the reason why I brought the book of Sirach, chapter 39, all right, verse 1, all right, is from what's going on in the current events world, all right? Yeah, right now you have Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, all right, talk about increasing the pressure more on Iran, since now Iran announced they are increasing their uranium enrichment, all right, to get what Netanyahu likes to say, the bomb. But this is all beautiful because this has to happen. And that's why you got to be occupied in prophecy, because you got to know, all right, that these events must happen in order for us to get up out of here, the kingdom of heaven, all right? And we hear the prophets of Great Millstone through the spirit power of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, all right? That's one of our main key indicator, all right, that we're different from these other camps, man, and these other groups, especially these pseudo-Hebrew Israelites that claim to be prophets, because we actually go into prophecy. We actually go into, all right, current events and what's going on, all right, in today's news. That's why the prophets were, it said in Jeremiah 28, the prophets are old. Let me get this real quickly. Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. Right, and that's our job. We're supposed to tell you nations you're going to go to war. All right, we're supposed to tell you nations you're going to get, okay, diseases put upon you. All right, and it's happening. All right. We here at Great Millstone through the spirit power of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, we bring these current events out continually. All right. Hearing wars and rumors of war, Iran. All right. Right here, Iran said that it will destroy the statehood of Israel in half an hour if America strikes them. Israel's preparing for possibility military strikes. So that's war. All right. Once again, Jeremiah 20 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries. Meaning that we're not for you. We're against you. And so we're telling you, you're going to go to war. All right. And when you start seeing these indicators, these wars and rumors of wars, I'll get that scripture. All right. That is telling you the times that we're living in. Matthew. Well, actually, you know what? Let's go to Luke, because then we have a eclipse, a solar eclipse. All right. So you got to be occupied in prophecies. All right. Yeah, it's good to do, self-esteem, build up, and, but at the end of the day, man, that's where prayer and fasting comes in. You got to pray and fast if you want the Lord to build you up. All right. Luke chapter 21. Verse 25, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Right. So we had a solar eclipse. All right. And then it says, and upon the earth distress of nations. You're seeing nothing but uproars of the people. Hong Kong is literally, okay, looks like a war zone. Protesters fighting the police. There's like hundreds of thousands of protesters. It's like you see a sea of people, man. All right? You got protesters all throughout Europe, okay? All throughout Eastern Europe, okay? With perplexed, meaning confusion. Confusion. The sea and the waves ruin, right? You got tsunamis, okay, hurricanes, all right? This all has happened in the past 5 years. Verse 26. Men's heart failing them for fear and for looking after things which are coming on the earth. Right. What are they hearing now? Wars and rumors of wars. The tensions rising in the Middle East. And it's all done through the spirit power of Yahweh Bashem El Shai. That's why you got to be occupied in prophecies. All right? Men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Right. What's going to shake the heavens? Nuclear war. And that's all you've been hearing. Risk of nuclear war. All right? I saw a report that the American military is now looking at nuclear weapons to win wars. Why are they now looking at that as a policy? Well, because Russia has those S-400s that they're selling to people. All right? And America looks at those S-400s as a threat. And they know the only way they can combat against that, they got to go nuclear. Other than that, their conventional weapons can't stand against the S-400s. You got to be occupied in prophecy. All right? That's what keeps you solid in this truth. Let's go back to Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8, excuse me. The prophets have been before me, before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms. Right? That's why Yahweh Shai said in Matthew chapter 24, real quickly. He said, well, I'll start at 3. Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? So the Lord is now going to explain to him things that you got to see and watch to know, okay, that I'm about to make my return. You got to be occupied in prophecies. Verse 4. And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. Right. And you see that, all right, in today's world with all these 501c3 churches, as well as you 501c3 pseudo-Hebrew Israelites. You know who you are, all right? That's why there's a gag order on that. You can't talk about certain things within current events or your government, all right? That's why the Lord is going to destroy you churches, man. Destroy you pseudo-Hebrew Israelites, lest ye repent. Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. Must come to pass. Be occupied in prophecy. You see? But the end is not yet. Why? Because, all right, certain things have to happen while these wars are being brewed up. Like they got to push out the RFID chip. All right, that's another thing that makes us here at Great Millstone stand out amongst the rest of these pseudo-Hebrew Israelites. All right? Because we constantly push out the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. All right? And that's why we're looking at the economy. All right? Because once the economy starts collapsing, Esau's now got to use the alternative, the save the day, quote unquote. All right? Oh, take the RFID chip. All right? Because we got to go now digital. The dollar's worthless. All right? This is all being planned behind the scenes. So when you hear that, when you start hearing wars and rumors of wars, all right, and this must come to pass, hey, man, let's go look at it. We've got, check this out. This is from the National Interest. As U.S. forces gather near Iran, wars and rumors of wars, think F-22s and F-35s, Russia jams their GPS. Not good, right? Russia has a GPS jammer, all right? Cyber warfare, man, all right? Like, this is the times that we're living in, man. Russian forces have been jamming GPS systems in the Middle East. The electronic warfare campaign could affect U.S. forces gathering in the region in advance of potential strikes on Iran. You see? This is why you got to be occupied in prophecies. All right? So you can see the times that we're living in. So you stay locked in, man. All right? Let's go back to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, verse 8, excuse me. The prophets that have been before me, before thee of old, prophesy both against many countries and against great war and of evil. Right, only evil's coming, man. Evil. We're telling you, evil is coming. Bad times. Okay? And of pestilence. All right? Hello? All you got to do is type in Google, outbreak. Outbreak. Just do that. All the outbreaks that are happening just this year alone. You got your hepatitis A. You got your mumps, measles. Okay? You got whooping coughs. All right? You got tuberculosis. All right? You got typhus. All right? And who is it affecting? The poor, the homeless, and of course homosexuals. All right? You can look into that. All right? So because, hey, we're living in the last days, man. And hello, the devil knows he has a short time. Georgia Guidestones, 500 million. All right? They want to have on the earth. Aren't there over like 700 billion people on the earth today? All right? Give or take, according to Esau's numbers. So a lot of people got to die. That's why we're telling, okay, our people and the world, the nations, Jeremiah 28 and 8, the prophets have been before me, before thee of old, prophesy both against many countries and against kingdoms and great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. All right? So that's how you know who the prophets are, man. That's how you know who the prophets are. In fact, when you go to book of Matthew, chapter 4, 24 again, after Yahushua said, when you shall hear wars and rumors of wars, all right, be ye not troubled, for all these things must come. Back to Matthew 24 and 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine and pestilence and great earthquakes in diverse places. Okay? So after he said, when you shall hear rumors of wars and wars, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall, verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, hunger, Venezuela. You got women prostituting themselves for food and water. All right, you got hunger in Yemen, all right, which is, according to United Nations, a humanitarian crisis. You can Google all this stuff, all right? That's why you got to be occupied in prophecies. What time are we living in? And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places, verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So the Lord said this is the beginning. So when you're seeing all that, this is just the beginning. That's why these people are bugged out. They're like, I can't watch the news. It's too negative. Hello, that should give you an indicator of the time that we're living in. All right? Doesn't the scriptures say? That's why you people that claim to read the Bible, man, you're a bunch of hypocrites. All right? All right? You also, you pseudo-Hebrew Israelites, man. You're supposed to be bringing this out. This is the book of 2nd Esdras. Chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, right, so part of the signs pass, didn't the disciples say, hey, what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? Okay? And when thou see the sign of the part of signs pass, which I have told thee before, all right, because all you got to do is go into the book of Isaiah, all right? The book of Jeremiah. It speaks of nations fighting each other. Excuse me. All right? Verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Right. That means the Lord's going to make his return. So when you see all this, that means that the Lord's about to make his appearance. All right? Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were from thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. That's why you got to be occupied in prophecies, because you'll know that the end is manifest. When you start seeing Russia, all right, attacking the GPS systems in the Middle East, where is the Israelis military is saying that the Russians attacked their airspace, all right. You're seeing Iran threatening to destroy Israel, the state, the fake statehood, because they're not; those are not the real Israelis. Those are not the real Hebrews, all right. You gotta understand the time that you're living in, all right. You gotta also. Oh, why did Mike Pence cancel his scheduled meeting about opioid crisis? Just and nobody's informing the public why did the Vice President Mike Pence just cancels meeting today, while simultaneously you have 14 Russians, all right, die in this high-tech submarine that barely anybody knows anything about, all right? That has been a secret submarine. Why did 14 Russian sailors die in there? Okay? And then you got Netanyahu talking about we got to increase the pressure on Iran since they engaged, they're now increasing their Iranian enrichment. Hello, we're at the end of this. We are at the end of this, all right? Verse 6, even so the times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and power works and endings and effects and signs. Hey, look, once again, that solar eclipse that you can see in South America. Verse 7, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed shall be preserved from the said perils and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them from me from the beginning. Okay? So that's why you got to be occupied in prophecy, so you can be saved, all right, from the said perils, man. And the only way you're going to be, okay, delivered, man, is if you're taking heed to what's going on today, man. You know, it's great to do, uplifting videos and telling brothers to be brotherly, which it's beautiful to do, but your main focus is prophecy. Prophecy. We got to get up out of here, man. All right? We have to get the hell up out of here. This place is a ticking time bomb. All right? And if you've been occupied in prophecies, that's the spirit of you that's earning to get up out of here, man. All right? Who wants to live in this place? This place is infested with freaks and weirdos and pollution, all right? All right, breathing in toxins, all right? You can Google this. There's so much pollution, toxin in the air, all right, that is affecting our people, man. And it's caused by these wicked-ass Edomites. And you have, all right, GMO in the food. I mean, there's a report I read that the water supply is so tainted that even bottled waters, all right, it still can get you ill, man. We got to get up out of here. And if you're not occupied in prophecies, that means that your spirit, okay, you got to examine your spirit. Because that means that you are not paying attention to what's going on. And what are you paying attention to? Are you just paying attention to, I got to uplift the brothers and tell them to be more compassionate and loving? If that's all you're focusing on, man, then, hey, that's behoove you, all right, to examine yourself, all right? But once again, if you want to uplift the brothers, all right, there's a time and place for that, man. Do that, okay, among your camp, man, all right? Because if brothers really have problems, man, all right, they need to fast and pray. Fast and pray. Okay? Real talk. So, Lord willing is edifying. Hey, I just felt like, we got to be more occupied in prophecies. All right, you see what's going on. All right, all hell's about to break loose. All right, if you're not paying attention to the times that we're living in, man, you're going to get caught out there. And with that, Lord willing is edifying. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakakwadash. Double honors to the apostle of great millstone, Ruel taught us his truth. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life to do so for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring, keep the faith. And with that, Shalom and Abba Ball.